checking in on this Mother's Day weekend. All right, about to go live. Gonna talk health, slim waistlines on today. All right, because summer bodies are loaded, right? All right, so great afternoon, everybody. Great morning to everybody on the West Coast. We're gonna get this started in just a moment. Go ahead and take the time to tag, share, tell somebody that their health is their greatest wealth. We're gonna talk about it on today, all right? Happy Saturday, everybody. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this party started on today. I want to say great afternoon to everybody who is tuning in. Happy Saturday to everybody who is out there. I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of the beautiful moms in this world, both past and present, who get up every single day and give of yourself, to the world, to your families, to your children. So happy Mother's Day to all of the beautiful moms out there. All right. And so on today, I'm really excited just simply because I am here to talk about something that I know God has truly blessed us with because I am so passionate about helping people all over the world, especially women, realize, of course, everybody, but realize that your health is truly your greatest wealth. And so I'm passionate about it at the age of 55. And I can always say, I can say truly that I wasn't always like this. I really didn't understand the benefit many years ago, I would say, right? Because for the past 15 years solid, my husband and I, Nate, we have truly been on this journey to really live healthier lifestyles and really following the 80-20 principle, right? Really leaning towards most of the time 90-10%. And that is where 80% to 90% of the time we are eating right. We're doing everything that we need to do for our body. But at the end of the day, we're going to have some fun too. So it's okay to live. It's okay to have some fun. But at the end of the day, we have to realize that if we don't take care of our bodies, if we don't take care of the greatest, the most powerful machine that God has given us, then what do we have, you know, um, here on this earth, right? Because this body, this temple is the very thing that allows us to breathe. It is the very thing that allows us to move. It is the very thing that allows us to think. It is the very thing that allows us to create, to do, to, have fun, to enjoy our families. And so at the end of the day, I don't want to be that mom, that wife, that friend who ends up dealing with health issues down the road. And I can tell you, I'm passionate about it because I've watched my loved ones leave this earth. Dealing with diseases and battling different things. I've watched, so many people go through so many different things. And at the end of the day, whether they're near, whether they are far, we have to realize that there are alternative methods out there that we can do in order to get ahead of it. So, really and truly, it is about being proactive instead of reactive. And unfortunately, what ends up happening is that most people end up being reactive towards their health, the very thing that is our greatest wealth. Most people are reactive. It's not until something happens. It's not until the doctor says something. It's not until you get diagnosed. It's not until you get that headache or you're feeling dizzy. It's not until. What if, I want to say, what if, all right, what if everyone decided to change and to focus on self? Because the greatest self love is to make sure that you are taking care of you. Because I learned a long time ago that if we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't take care of our bodies, if we don't take care of our mind, our bodies, and it ultimately will lead into our finances, mind, body, and money. Our mantra that we stand for, here in this household, I can truly say that what ends up happening is that we will end up giving from an empty cup. right? And I've been that mom, I've been that woman who has given from an empty cup. And it wasn't until I learned a long time ago that, Pam, you got to fill yourself up. Pam, you got to work on your health. Pam, you got to take care of this mind, this body, and then ultimately God will begin to bless you with everything that you absolutely deserve. And so when we get up and we wake up with that mindset and we know that our health is truly everything, that is when life begins to change, right? And so I'm here today to talk to you about some phenomenal products, right? It's Mother's Day weekend, but on top of it, let's think bigger. Let's think the bigger picture. Let's think about life as a whole, right? And I can also say that as we are here, really putting forth the effort to impact as many lives as we know, because we know that we are called to help to impact millions of lives on this journey. But within this incredible movement, we have a mission that God has given us, and that is to impact 2,500 lives, Project 2.5 in 2025, where people are saying yes to their health, where people are saying, yes, I need to create some additional income while also working on my health. And so at the end of the day, we're excited just simply because there are people all over the world saying yes to themselves. There are people all over the world saying, you know what, I need to do something different in order to have something different. And as a result of it, we are here. So a little bit about ourselves before I get into this. My husband and I, Nate, we have been in this industry for over 34 years, network marketing. Okay. Yes, I am a proud network marketer, right? We like to build things, right? And at the end of the day, we like to build people. And we learned a long time ago that when we take the focus off of self and we help other people achieve their goals, we help other people get healthy, we help other people be able to bridge the gap in their household, guess what? God will bless us in return, right? And so we got into this industry very, very young, right? 20, probably 20, let's see, I'm 55, so 34 years, right? So 21, 21 years old, but I'm a network marketing baby. I grew up in this industry. So I thank God for my parents because they were entrepreneurs and they literally instilled this life into, all of us, right? And so at the end of the day, we fail forward, right? Many times you start opportunities and you just want to get in and you just want your life to change overnight, right? Because we live in a microwave society. What ends up happening is most people quit because of the fact that they don't want to go through the pain. They don't want to go through the trials. They don't want to go through the loss. They don't want to go through the lack. They don't want to build something. They don't want to go through the weeks in which, people are quitting and, your checks look like they are like on a diet, right? Nobody wants to do that. But at the end of the day, when you have the big picture, and you know it is all about impact, you keep going, you keep fighting, you keep thriving, you keep knowing that God has a perfect plan, right? So that's been our story. We failed forward for over 20 years until God said, you know what, it's your turn. And as we shifted the focus of the fact that we were bankrupt, right? We lost everything, right? Repossessions. Corporate America failed our family. We were living paycheck to paycheck, below the paycheck. And literally at the end of the day, we made a decision to shift our focus. In the beginning, it was definitely about that pain, but we made a decision to shift our focus to helping other people. And that's when the blessings began to pour out like none other. And so as a result of it, we've been inducted into the $1 Million Hall of Fame, and we are forever grateful and thankful for that opportunity. And I can also say that we have even greater been able to help see and change other people's lives, because at the end of the day, we realize that, what, they had to put in the work, right? So we've been able to help and see other people become 5, 6 figure documented earners in this industry. Why? Because they focus on themselves, their health, and then began to show the world that they need to be healthy too, right? And so that's what I love about this industry, because it's truly not about you, but how many lives can you impact and help to change along the way, right? So it is the summertime, and I want to get into talking about these products. It's not quite summer by the calendar, but I can tell you today here in Vegas, it's like we go from winter to summer, all like literally on Monday, it was cold, like literally rainy, 50, 60 degrees. Today, 90s. Okay. So we go from winter to summer all in like a snap of a finger. And so there's people out there who are trying everything under the sun. There are people out there who have struggled with weight loss, who have done every type of diet plan out there, and they've lost the weight, they've gained the weight. And I can say that that has been my story, right? I have been in health and wellness strong for the last 12 years, 12, 13 years. And at the end of the day, always been on some type of products, always exercise, began to eat better, drink my water, all of that good stuff. But I was on this yo-yo. I don't know if anybody can relate to where I would lose the weight, I would look good, I would feel good. Next thing I know, I'm like, what happened, right? Anybody ever been there? What happened? Like, what happened? And then you start to ask people around. I was having a conversation with um, a young lady, a friend of ours, on Mardi Gras as we celebrated with them. And I could tell you, it's like you look in the mirror one day and you're like, what happened? And then you start going to everybody else and you're like, you know what? You wasn't a good friend. You wasn't a good child. You wasn't a good husband. You wasn't right, because why you let me get like this? I know I have had those conversations in my house, right? So at the end of the day, then you find yourself here. Well, what if you could start to begin to take some products? And I'm going to start off with this game changer, this Tahitian noni, because this one right here started it all. It is truly God's gift. And I'm forever grateful for being introduced to this and getting that phone call, because at the end of the day, we have seen so many lives change just by sipping on this incredible superfood. And a lot of times people don't understand how something as simple as taking 2 ounces a day can help with your immune system, can help to level out everything in your body, can literally begin to allow your body to shift. Y'all say shift back to how God intended it to function. Yes, I would say. With that being said, everybody around the world should sip, and let's talk about it on today.
Do you worry about getting sick? Have joint or mobility issues? Feel tired frequently? Have stress or moodiness? What if there were a product that strengthened your immune system, boosted your energy, uplifted your mood, supported your overall health? Discover the power of paradise, featuring Tahitian noni, a remarkable superfruit grown in lush French Polynesia, making it more potent than any noni in the world. Hand-picked in family-owned farms with tree-to-package traceability. A vegan formula that's packed with powerful antioxidants, adaptogens, phytonutrients, and nutrients, and free from soy, gluten, and artificial colors and flavors to naturally boost your energy, support healthy immune and cardiovascular systems, fight free radicals, promote mobility, help balance your mood, and maintain your overall wellness. Backed by clinical studies, third-party testing, decades of research, and with 170 million packages sold, people around the world have powered their health, their wellness, their lives with a sip of paradise. Will you? Tahitian Noni Original. Life powered by paradise.
Life powered by paradise. Okay. So this juice, come on, y'all. It's time to live. It's time to stop being in pain. It's time to have some knees where you can bend down and get back up. It's time to be able to roll out of the bed and to move it, to lose it without saying, oh my goodness, my joints and everything is hurting. It is time. But guess what? Only you can make the decision, right? So that's the first product that I want to talk to you about today. And I can tell you, you could use that in over 101 different ways. So let's say you got a skin rash or something going on with your skin, put it on your skin. I had a headache. I put it, Nate gave it to me on a paper towel, because I don't get them often, right? But I had a stress headache from sitting behind. Anybody ever been behind a computer for way too long? And well, being an entrepreneur, you could be behind that computer trying to figure it out. And that was one of those days. Put it on a paper towel, boom, gone. Headache gone in 10 minutes, okay? If you have some swelling in your feet or whatever, soak your feet in it. Don't throw out the noni. Put that bad boy in a jar, put it in the refrigerator, and reuse the noni. So when I tell you it does everything, that's why it is God's gift. And it's not a fly-by-night product. It has been around. and since the beginning of time. All right. Tahisha Noni, we are the team that has brought this product back 30 years ago. It hit the scene, and I can tell you, it has been the game changer, helping people to take back their sugar levels, their pressure levels, all kinds of things. That is what this juice will do, right? Helps with some serious issues in your body. So now I'm gonna keep it moving, right? Because I said it's summertime, and this is the time of the year in which people start to realize, dang, I forgot to work in the summer. I mean, in the winter, right? Because summer bodies are built when y'all, you guessed it, in the winter, right? But most people sit around at the end of the day, you know, and I know I have been this person. It's cold outside. You don't want to go to the gym, right? That's why I thank God we have a gym here, because I promise you that if I had to get out and go to the gym in the winter, probably wouldn't be as motivated. Okay. But when it's the first thing you see when you come down the steps, that's why you have to be the one to create the conditions in your life that cause you to thrive. Right. So at the end of the day, right now, people are saying, man, what can I do? I got to lose some weight, because we have to realize that there's an epidemic going on. There's an obesity epidemic. There is people out there that are struggling. And when you look at the statistics and where health is going, right? I'm going to show you this slide. Where health is going, there's a reason why 74% of adults in the US and Canada are now either overweight and obese, right? But I want to tell you, I got some numbers on just the US, right? Over 70% of US adults are overweight and obese. 42% of American adults are obese. Okay. These numbers are rising. Why? Because things began to shift in the 1970s, right? Back in 1950, only 1% was dealing with this, because the food, right? There is a food addiction happening in the United States. Unlike, every time I turn around, I'm seeing some nonsense, and I'm saying, how do these people still go through these drive-throughs or these restaurants? It makes absolutely no sense when you can live a healthier lifestyle and change your whole trajectory just by eating at home. The average American consumes 57 pounds of sugar a year. Come on, y'all. That's 17 teaspoons per day, right? 60% of Americans' diet is made up of ultra processed foods. This is the reason why our children, 50% of our children, are now overweight or obese. This is the reason why 50% of adults have pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. 30% of our children have pre-diabetes, fatty liver tissue. This is the reason why. Guess what? Guess what? That means we have a choice. It's a choice to be unhealthy, 100%. Because at the end of the day, we have the power to shift at any point in time. You see, and you know, I'm going to share a story with you real quick. You want to know how I know we have the power to change our life at any point in time? Because I watched my dad and my mom. My dad, he was in his late 70s when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I'll never forget my dad being at an age in which it was a huge risk for him to get surgery, right? Huge risk. And so at the end of the day, with his health and everything else that he was dealing with. And so at the end of the day, my mom committed herself, right, to finding a way. And I never forget it, because she reached out and she did this diet called the Hallelujah Diet, right, by Dr. Malcolmus out of North Carolina, Shelby, North Carolina. I remember this, right? And he was a doctor who had gone through this and had, basically beat it. And so I never forget her juicing. I never forget, my dad used to like to eat. He's from Sumter, South Carolina. He loved to eat, okay? He had to have his rice every single day. And I'm talking fresh rice, no reheated rice, okay? Right? And so at the end of the day, my mom started juicing. He went to a completely raw diet. Guess what? This was in his late 70s. My dad wasn't happy. He lost a lot of weight, right? You know, it was hard. It was difficult in the beginning. But guess what? He beat it. It was a choice that both he and my mom made. And my dad lived to be 96 years old. And when he left here, he wasn't sick. He said, goodbye, y'all. I am done. I'm going to see my wifey. Okay. And so at the end of the day, we have to realize it is a choice. And so I don't know why I wanted to share that on today, because we have to realize that the power is really in our hands, y'all. But we got to choose to do something. There's a reason why people are battling with this belly fat. There's a reason why people are getting up and their stomach is way out of the healthy circumference. You see, the average waistline for a female is 38.5. The average waistline for a male is 40.5. Well, guess what, ladies? If your waistline is above 35, it's unhealthy. Your waistline should be below a circumference of 35. Men, your waistline should be below a circumference of 40. Below. And so weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk of high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. So there's a reason why people don't pay attention to this. They don't want to hear this, but your health is truly, your life is dependent upon taking care of the things that you're putting into your, realize and recognizing the things that you're putting into your body and taking care of your health. That belly fat is referred to as visceral fat and also killer fat. This is the medical community telling us. Our own doctor, Ray Strand, but the medical community. So what does that mean? You got a choice, all right? So let me tell you about a product that hit the scene that I could tell you is a game changer. And it's so simple, 2 capsules a day. And I'm so thankful because it is definitely a product I will never go without. It increases your metabolism. But you know what? Y'all heard enough from me.
Losing inches isn't easy, especially around your belly. Visceral fat is the stubborn belly fat that hides your hard-earned abs. This killer fat surrounds our organs, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes. Now you can give your hips, waist, and abs the advantage your body deserves. Introducing AbVantage, a stimulant-free hip and waist reducer from Colab. The active ingredients are clinically shown to help you burn calories 10 times faster. It works by activating fat-burning cells that target stubborn visceral fat to slim your hips and waist and help reveal your abs. It helps increase your metabolism so you can burn more calories and get leaner faster. Plus, it helps prevent rebound weight gain. Ditch yo-yo dieting. No more hiding in photos. Feel confident about your health. The advantage for slimmer hips and waist and helping reveal those abs is yours. So start taking AbVantage today.
Start taking it today, y'all, right? And so at the end of the day, this product right here is so much bigger than just the weight loss because you know what? It's helping women, men. There's an ingredient in it. If you have, let's say, low sex drive, guess what? There's an ingredient in it that will help with that. How about, are you forgetting things, right? Right? Your brain health needs some strengthening. It helps with that. Your cardiovascular. It is an incredible product. And you know what? Story after story. And so let's talk about, and let me share some of these incredible stories because a lot of times people say, okay, well, that's great, but what has it done for you? And I can tell you what it's done for me, but what about other people, right? And so let's talk about some of these stories on today, right? This was me before January 2024, and I'm going to share with you another product in which we are kicking off a challenge on Monday with Skinny Drops. I'm so excited because lives are changed and so many stories are resulted because people don't realize that it is about your hormones and balancing your hormones, which this product too will help to balance your body also. All right, but this was me. Right. And then I did this challenge again, January 2025. I was so excited because I was able to lose some more weight originally, though, but I was on the Skinny Drops and I added in this advantage about 2 weeks before I got finished with this challenge. And you can see my before and my after, right? I have been that woman determined to get rid of this belly fat, that fupa. And guess what? This product helped me to get rid of the fupa. All right. So my story, but let's share a few more. Right, this is Letitia, and she took all of her measurements because this is the product that you're going to see inches fall off. You can see her 10-day story. She was able to, lose 3 inches off of her waistline in addition to some other inches. Right, this is her back in December. This was her in March of 2025. Right, and so story after story. Bobby did this product. This was his first month on it, and guess what? He ate better. He did intermittent fasting. He started to exercise, even though he was dealing with some back issues. And he was able to lose 4 inches in a month because of this advantage, right? It increases your metabolism and it never stops. So your metabolism is constantly going no stimulants, no caffeine. You can take this at night, right? And it's not going to keep you up. Monique, look, for that person that says, people look at you and they're like, sit down somewhere. Well, guess what? She still had some goals. And look what happened. She lost some inches off of her waistline in a matter of days. Right? Here's another story. James and Natasha, beautiful, beautiful couple, right? Down 2 pant sizes in 7 days. I can go on and on. And this is his wife, 7 inches released in 5 days, right? Story. Marquita, look at her, right? She began to use this product in addition to the noni, because our noni is our baseline. I'm not sure what else she takes, but at the end of the day, look at her waistline slimming. Okay, so again, I can go on and on with stories, but the question today is, what will be your story, right? And so this is a product that is the game changer, that you just take 2 simple capsules a day. And of course, you need to begin to change your eating habits. Nothing is going to outwork a bad diet, right? At the end of the day. But if you're serious about achieving your goals, we have your answer, right? All of these products backed by science, medical doctors, and they are 100% guaranteed to work. But now I'm going to share with you one more product on today, because it is drop season, y'all, right? Drop season, right? And I love drop season because I'm going to tell you why I love drop season. Because prior to the drops, remember, I've been in health and wellness. Nate and we have been in health and wellness for what? 12, 13, no, more than that, okay? Because even before the company where we started to have success, we were in health and wellness, okay? Right? So we've been in health and wellness for a long time, taking products. And at the end of the day, when I said yes to this company, right, this is what I look like. Don't worry about it. This was one of the moments in which I look back at this photo and I asked my family, why? Why? Okay? This is what I look like. I was exercising. I was taking products. I didn't realize it was my hormones. Ladies and gentlemen, we both have hormones. When your hormones are out of balance, that is what causes disease. That is what causes pain. That is what causes you not be able to sleep at night. That is what causes your brain to be foggy. That is what causes everything in your body, right? Guess what? I did this photo shoot and I had the audacity to blame the photographer and say he is horrible. No, I put on weight, right? And so I was introduced to this product, and we are starting a body balancing challenge on Monday. It's not too late to get back with whoever invited you on here today, right? And say, I am ready. Let me get my product. Let me join this challenge and say yes to losing this weight. Those are some stories about the drops, the body balancing drops, also known as the skinny drops, right? The formal name, right? If you go to our website, you're not going to see either of those. Okay? You're going to see this. And Game Changer, all natural homeopathic drops that really are going to put your body back into balance, and you'll start to lose the weight. I love what Dr. Plant said, the other day, our new chief scientist over here at Partner Co. And guess what he said? The difference between Partner Co. and other weight loss plans is that we make you feel good in order to lose the weight, where most other plans say lose the weight to feel good. No, you're going to feel good, which will ultimately now allow you to lose the weight. And that is how we flip the script over here, right? So those 3 products. So if you got on here today and you wanted to learn about these products, because I'm going to quickly shift, but I do want to say the Body Balancing Challenge kicks off on Monday, right? And here's some information on this where you can register or get back with whoever invited you on here, and commit to yourself. All right, commit to yourself for 28 days, right? Who can't do that and really bring about change? It is worth it. You are worth it. Your health is truly worth it, right? So you can be a part of this. Join this challenge, and you'll have until Monday. Well, you won't be able to submit the pictures until tomorrow and Monday, and then I think they'll have a cutoff, right? So anyway, this is the link. You can get back with whoever invited you, or ourselves if we invited you, and say, I'm ready to be a part of this challenge. And you know what? Not only will we work on you, but you'll have the opportunity to take home some prizes, right? There's going to be some weekly prizes. We have a Facebook group. We have accountability. You're not going to be in this by yourself. So teamwork truly makes the dream work, even when it comes time to your health. All right. So that is about our products. But I want to shift gears a little bit just for a few moments. And I want to talk to the individuals out there that, you know what, you realize that the economy is through the roof. You might even be watching this today and saying, you know what, I would love to work on my health, but I just can't afford it. That's a problem, right? We have to identify the problems in order to fix it. You might be saying, you know what, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, or I just lost my job, like hundreds of thousands of people, right? Whether it's hit your household or not, have lost their job just in 2025. So we have to understand that we have to get ahead of this. How can you get ahead of it? By finding opportunities like this that allow you to get in for a little bit of money and say yes to you, start to build something as you're working on your own health, and now you're helping other people, right? And so let's talk about how we do this here in a global opportunity, and what you can actually do in order to say yes to something that can bring you in some extra income every single week, right? We all like extra money. I don't know about you. How many of y'all like some extra money, right? We like extra money. Maybe you're somebody, you want to replace your income. You want more time freedom. And that was always my goal. I wanted to be free. I wanted to be someone who, you know what, if my kids needed me, I wanted to be able to be there, right? That's why I love this industry. And so there's 8 ways that you can get paid every single week. Retail commissions, real simple. Somebody goes and buys this Advantage or some Noni or these drops, you're going to earn 30% every week, every Friday. We just got paid yesterday. Love these checks rolling in every single week, right? And so 30% off of the cost of the product, not volume, but the cost of the product. But guess what? Retail, we get paid twice off. So you're going to get that retail, but also the fast start bonus. Depending on how you start and how you build, because our company allows you to get in position and build to higher levels so that you can lock in higher percentages real quickly. And so you can earn anywhere between 15 to 30% on the fast start bonus, right? So imagine that. New customers go to your website and you're going to earn an additional bonus, right? And when people partner with you too, depending on your level. Team commissions. Now, this is your recurring income. This is where, you hear about this industry and people don't think that it's real, that it's fake, that it's a fraud. Listen, we are the middleman. That's what it boils down to. So just like you decide to go to Target and to buy, let's say, some bread, right? Right. People like bread. Guess what? Target is the middleman between the bread and the manufacturer who created the bread. So we become the middleman. And at the end of the day, word of mouth is the best form of marketing. So that is why they pay us so well, because rather than spending millions and billions of dollars on advertising, our stories that we share do the work, right? That's why your story is so important in this industry. Matching bonuses, that's another 30%. Payline income, that's just like your profit sharing. It's money that's going to happen anyway. $10,000 savings bonus starts to build back there as you're building your team. Again, if you choose to build the team, you may just want to focus on retail, but you'll one day tap into that $10,000 savings bonus. Maybe you like free trips, rewards, free products. We got it all here. All you got to do is say, I'm ready, and I'm going to say yes, right? So how do you get started? I'm so glad everybody on here today asked. You just need to grab a hold of a $29.95 one-time digital business kit. This is a business, y'all. So at the end of the day, what do businesses require? Investments, all right? But look at it as an investment in you, right? $29.95 locks in an incredible. We have an app. You got all kinds of professional tools. You don't even have to think about it. All of these videos that I show, they are at your access. I didn't have to create these, right? All I need to do is utilize these, right? And then once you do that, you pick whatever business pack you want. You can get in with a couple products. You can get in with a lot of products. You can get in with this 8-pack of Advantage, because you know 7 people right now who are struggling with those waistlines, that visceral fat, and you're going to reach out to them and sell them a bottle pre-sale before it even gets to your house. You could do that, right? You don't have $288 plus shipping. How about picking up the phone and calling 7 people right now and saying, listen, I found it. I found a way. All right. I found a way you can knock these inches off your waistline, feel good at the same time. Cash at me, Zelle me $65, and now boom, you got your pack, because you just earned $455 by pre-selling it, and tell them you'll get them their product to them next week. Okay, at the end of the day, right? Then the third thing, this is a business. You got to have a subscription. You got to be a product of the product. If you're not popping over here in this industry, guess what? People will not pay you any attention, because we are in health and wellness. We don't sell cars. We don't sell jewelry. We sell health and wellness. So at the end of the day, you want to now set up your subscription for whatever you like, and now watch your business grow as you begin to transform your own life. So many of you are saying today, can I really do this? I think you can. But guess what? It doesn't matter what the McCrae's think. It matters what you believe. All right? All right. What you believe. Because we believe that you can, because it's simple, right? All you have to do is plug into a system. Save yourself some time, energy, and money in a community of people who are excited about their health. And now, as you grab a hold of our system, right? We have the system of growth that's simple. If you can copy and paste, guess what? You'll make your money back immediately. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the next steps, get back with the person who invited you on here today. Say, I am ready. Whether you want to lose inches, get healthy as a customer, or you want to lose inches and start to earn some of this money, the time is now. That's the bottom line. Remember, I said earlier in this, it's a choice. You don't have to settle for being unhealthy. You don't have to settle for the doctors, saying that you're battling with something and you got to take all of these prescription drugs, right? I'm not telling you to stop your prescription drugs, but what if you can sip on some noni and then all of a sudden those levels start to balance out and you no longer need it? What if you could take some of this Advantage, all these drops, and you know what? You're losing the weight and you're not going to put it back on, right? Like all of these diet plans, because they don't change their lifestyle. At the end of the day, they're not balancing their hormones, and they're doing these shots and all of this nonsense into their bodies that have long-term effects. What if you decided to say yes and your waistline began to shrink? Oh, did I mention my waistline is 28 inches now? Did I share that? Yeah, 28 inches. Woo! All right. That's what this will help me to get there, right? So at the end of the day, the time is now. I'm done. Have yourself an amazing weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of the beautiful moms in the world. And there's Mother's Day special out there too. So get back with everybody on here if you want to know about some of our other products, right? But happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your weekend. To all of the moms, both present and past. Love you all. Enjoy. Thank you for being a blessing in our lives. And at the end of the day, go out and be great. Because you know what? You were created to be great. Never forget that. So plug in, right? And join the movement.
All I want is certain.